Well, as we count down to the 2028 Olympics, a new report is raising some concerns about what will happen to unhoused people who live near the Olympic venues.
Officials say security measures could force hundreds to relocate, but right now there's no clear plan on where they'll go or who will cover the cost. LAist reporter Libby Rainey has been looking into this. She's joining us live in studio. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You know, I've covered a lot of major events like Super Bowls and that kind of thing, and we see this happen where it's almost like people just get displaced because they're homeless. How many people could this end up affecting? Because this is much larger even than a Super Bowl.
That's right. Actually, organizers say it's the equivalent of putting on 7 Super Bowls a day for a month.
Wow.
So, and obviously the venues are all over the city and the region. And one estimate is that this could end up impacting 1,600 unhoused people. But I've heard that's from the county, but I've heard from advocates that they think it could be even more. But I think one of the real things here is they don't really know, because it all depends on these security perimeters that haven't been established yet. And it could just be, it could be a huge impact.
Sure. Well, your article laid out the problem pretty clearly, but we're 2 years out. People realize it's a problem. What is the issue then? And then just making a plan, and who's responsible for making a plan?
Yeah, so this was the question that I was asking in my reporting. And what I found is, you know, much like our region's response to homelessness, there are a lot of different players in the game. And that's kind of part of what is a problem here. The other thing is that the Olympics are, you know, super high security, and the Secret Service is responsible for security. And they are basically going to determine these security perimeters. And that's kind of the issue here, right? The reason that there's big risk for unhoused people is if there's a security perimeter, basically people are not going to be allowed to stay there. So the big question for all these local officials is, well, what is that perimeter going to be? But then I kept asking, well, who's in charge? And, you know, somebody suggested there should be a task force, but there isn't one. So it's a lot of people trying to figure out what the rules are going to be, how they're going to respond. And then, of course, there's no money for this. So.
And the clock is ticking, as we keep talking about. Who here is ultimately responsible? Because as you're saying, the security perimeter, are they just going to push these people back and now they're going to be along the security perimeter? Or is there an organization that could come in here and say, okay, let's make a plan?
So, you know, from speaking to folks at the new County Department on Housing and Homelessness and city council members from LA, essentially what they're saying is, well, the same people that respond to homelessness typically are going to do this response, and it depends on which venue. But I think your question about, okay, what happens outside the perimeter is a big one, because
well, are we just pushing it to another person, organization? You know, I mean, that's what it sounds like.
And is this going to be just a short-term fix to obviously a super endemic problem? And does that help anything? And what does it mean that the local officials are having to respond to homelessness in this event-specific way when this is an endemic problem?
Yeah, and it's not a long-term solution. Which, I think is interesting that you brought that up in the article, because as we said, we've seen this with other events in major cities, and typically people who live there say it was cleared out for that event, and then it goes right back to as it was. Do you think this is a chance for us to maybe tackle in a more meaningful and long-term way?
I think that's the maybe like hopeful perspective, but
that's the aspirational goal.
Yeah, but I mean, just looking,
they don't even have
looking
a
at our
short-term
recent
plan.
and looking at our recent homeless count, and just the scale of this problem, this crisis in our region, and then this inevitably short-term response of having to focus on Olympic venues, which is actually quite arbitrary for your average person in Los Angeles, and of course people who are struggling to survive on the streets of LA every day. So I think right now it's like, do they have the money? Do they even have a plan? And what's going to happen outside the security perimeters? And are people just going to be criminalized and moved along, as you described? So. Well,
I mean, I've seen this happen in other cities where they basically just bring a bus in, they bus them to another part of the city, and then, as you said, they just come back. So whose responsibility is this, you know, at the end of the day, I think is really the question.
And that's what your article was asking. So I know you're going to stay on top of it. Please come back when you get some new developments and somebody takes ownership of this.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Libby. All right, to read the entire article on LAist, just head to our website, cbsla.com/SeenOnTV.